Default interest rate clauses can significantly impact the total amount you owe on a loan or contract. Understanding how these provisions work could save you thousands of dollars and prevent costly disputes. A default interest rate clause allows lenders to charge a higher interest rate when a borrower fails to fulfill their obligations under an agreement. This higher rate, known as default interest, is a standard feature in most loan agreements, settlements, and commercial contracts. For example, if your original loan carries an interest rate of 6.24% per annum and you miss a payment, a default interest clause might increase that rate to 11.24% until the loan is paid in full. This substantial increase is designed to compensate the lender, not to punish the borrower. Several factors influence what constitutes a reasonable interest rate. These include the current rates charged by major lenders, the economic climate, the industry, and the nature of the business. All these elements are considered when determining an appropriate default rate. It's crucial to understand that default interest is not meant to be punitive. Using it as a penalty against the defaulting party is against the law. While these clauses often deter borrowers from breaching contracts, their primary purpose is to compensate lenders for actual losses. When setting default interest rates, lenders must balance deterrence with fairness. Courts will likely invalidate rates seen as excessively punitive or unrelated to actual harm. Best practices include benchmarking rates against similar industries, maintaining transparency about terms, documenting the rationale behind the selected rate, applying rates consistently, and reviewing applicable state laws. A default interest clause is enforceable only when it represents a genuine attempt to estimate the actual loss that might occur due to a breach. When a borrower misses a payment, lenders incur internal expenses in administering the late payment. The default interest provision compensates the lender for missed reinvestment opportunities and the increased risk of dealing with an unreliable borrower. Courts determine enforceability by examining whether the rate is fair and reasonable, rather than punitive. To enhance enforceability, default interest clauses should align with recognized legal thresholds, including a reasonableness test, proper disclosure to borrowers, and commercial justification. English law generally upholds default interest clauses as long as the increased rate is not unreasonable, even if pre-estimates of loss aren't precisely calculated. A loan in default often justifies a higher interest rate due to increased administrative costs and enhanced credit risk for the lender. International approaches to default interest vary significantly. While English law permits increased rates under commercial justification, the United States has state usury laws that may cap both standard and default rates. Australia emphasizes fairness and transparency. The European Union focuses on reasonableness and proportionality, and Canadian provinces apply rules similar to U.S. states. When determining whether a rate is penal, judges typically ask 4 questions. Is there a commercial justification for the rate? Is the rate extravagant or oppressive? Was there a level playing field during negotiations? Was the rate set primarily to deter a breach? To minimize disputes over default interest clauses, both parties should use clear contract language, avoid ambiguity, offer cure periods before applying higher rates, justify rate selection based on specific business risks, and regularly review contract templates to reflect evolving legal standards. Understanding default interest rate clauses is essential for both lenders and borrowers. By ensuring these provisions are reasonable, transparent, and commercially justified, parties can protect their interests while maintaining enforceable agreements that stand up to legal scrutiny.